Item is legit. Came with everything as it should. Shame that the manufacturer doesn't however make them like they used to. Last one I installed lasted me 6 years. Back in the days they'd last 20 years. After 16 plus years my old T104M timer would no longer keep accurate time. So I thought about just buying the clock motor, but on the off chance that something else might have gone bad I opted to buy the T104M mechanism only. By mechanism only you get the clock motor, timer assembly, gears with yellow clock dial, a set of on-off trippers, and a cover plate over the terminals. The new timers no longer come with the orange insulator for the manual on-off switch, and the cover plate is bigger and has more writing on it. I opted to use the original orange insulator, the original cover plate since it has a simple on-off printed on it, and the original trippers, 2 sets. As you can see in my picture, I got this to fit nicely in the original box for the Paragon 4004-71M. As another poster mentioned, you can angle it to get it to fit, but I figured out another way to get it to fit in properly that only required a hand hacksaw and 3 screws. Using a hacksaw cut through the 3 metal tabs that stick out on the left side of the motor as you are looking at the dial. I just had to make maybe a 1/4 cut through each and they came off easily with some pliers. This took me maybe 5 to 10 minutes altogether. Slide it in the box and it will fit. After you remove the old mounting bracket, I use 3 screws that I put through the back wall of the housing box into the side of my house where it was originally mounted. I had to use a drill to start the screw holes, but they went in easily. There are 3 holes on the international timer for mounting screws. Be careful when you wire it back up. The wires do not go in the same 1-2-3-4, from left to right, order that they were in on the original Paragon 4004-71M timer. You can search online and there is info for how to wire it up based on the old Paragon wiring. I'm not an electrician, but on mine, I had to switch the position of wires 3 and 4. It works fine. Yours may be wired differently, so have an electrician do it if you don't know how. But you can clearly see by comparing the 2 units that the white motor wires attach at different locations on the 2 units, so you need to reverse the order of those 2. If you are doing this yourself, make sure you label the order of the old wires before you take things apart, and make sure you turn off the power at the breakers and test with a multimeter to make sure all power is off. Sometimes breaker boxes aren't labeled properly or labels fall off. Unit stopped working when adjusting the time on my pool. One of the stops slipped and bound the assembly and the clock dial quit rotating. Click link in description for more reviews.